Welcome to Wise Beyond Bitcoin. I'm Jacob, and today we're going to be talking all about privacy. You know how much we love privacy here at Wise Beyond Bitcoin. But before we get into it, just a quick disclaimer. As always, nothing here is financial advice. This is all educational. We believe in the future of this technology, so we want to share with you the resources so you could learn on your own. Now, today we're going to be talking about Deeper Network. It's something I brought up a few times in the past on the channel, but I don't think I've done an in-depth video on them. So today we're really going to dive deep. Deeper Network is a decentralized VPN service. So anyone who's used a VPN, basically this is a DVPN. What this is it's a decentralized VPN that doesn't keep logs. So each server is actually the device itself. You can actually see these devices on their website. Let me pull them up. Products, that's where it is. Yep. You can see the different products that they've had and created over time. Right now, they're actually selling these new Picos on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. Both pretty interesting concepts. But before we get too much into it, we're gonna go back here and take a look a little bit about some of the pricing and take a look at that, because personally, I don't talk too much about TA and I don't talk too much about the price of tokens, but I've been looking at it and it's not too far off from its all-time low compared to most other tokens. And with the use case of a decentralized VPN, really that's offering privacy to people all across the world for purchasing a hardware device. And I think that's a really unique concept because the device itself is a miner. It mines their native tokens. And so over time, by incentivizing people to use this miner to spread data throughout the network and be able to share that data, be able to have somebody use you as a VPN tunnel, that's a very interesting concept. So I think there's definitely a use case potential here between their device and the tokenomics behind the product and how it works. Just as an idea, they had their minis being sold about a year ago, year and a half almost, I think, on Indiegogo. And with that, shortly after came the nanos, and you can actually purchase these guys on fastminers.io. Another great website to check out for a bunch of different products, but you can see here that the Deeper Network Connect is a relatively cheap hardware device, and it's not just a miner, it's a security device as well. So it's a 7-layer firewall protecting all 7 layers of your internet traffic. That's pretty massive to be able to have that multi-purpose device, almost like a Swiss Army knife for internet protection. Now, to get kind of into why I really love this product is not only the potential it has as a miner and the potential that it has as a device to protect your network, but also the fact that you're seeing integration across multiple different EVM chains and across Polkadot in general. Deeper Network is a Polkadot project, and so it's interesting that they have this parathread that they already are using to be able to interact with Binance Smart Chain and with Ethereum. And so what you can do is you can actually go and merge these and go ahead and merge your wallets together. And as you're mining the tokens, you can offload them into your Binance account through Binance Smart Chain. Or you could, let's say, offload it into an Ethereum wallet. And Maybe you mine a decent amount of tokens. Cool, celebrating that fact. And I really like that they make it easy for you to be able to have liquidity come in and out of this by being able to have that integration across multiple chains. So there's definitely something that I see as interesting. I will want to take a closer look into some of their liquidity pools. I personally think that over time, Deeper Network's going to get a lot of love for the fact that their hardware device is so cheap compared to competitors like Cisco. If you're looking at a similar Cisco product, I'll just go ahead and actually, you know what? I'll pull up a Ubiquity product. Well, Ubiquity is a another networking brand, and if you want to get their Dream Machine, which is kind of their flagship device, let's see. Yeah, their Dream Machine Pro, $379, and that's not including the fact that you're going to have to buy this device and then several access points that are going to be needing wiring going to it. It's kind of an expensive hobby, networking, and it's kind of an expensive profession. And so when you're looking at this Dream Machine Pro device, this basically this small Wi-Fi router, rather a large Wi-Fi router, I should say, you're going to be routing that to all kinds of devices. And this might work better in maybe, let's say, like a business situation. But if you're an at-home user, if you're somebody who has a small business and you generally just don't want to pay all that money to be able to have those devices, and you want something that's just a lifetime access, full coverage, Deeper Networks got you covered for $500 flat. You can use all the things that you're normally using, and you would just put this in between your router and your modem. Super, super easy. I really like their Pico, and today we're going to be talking a little bit further about the Pico itself and the use case that I see, that as privacy becomes more popular, that we'll start to see people using devices like the Pico, which are just more readily available than, let's say, something like the Mini, because not everyone's going to be able to have the ability to, let's say, plug into their Wi-Fi modem or their router and be able to do it that way. Some people are going to be able to do it in a more like a relay way, which in that case, awesome. They take this small little device, size about your thumb, with an antenna on it, plug it into your phone, and use your Wi-Fi normally. Just connect to it and have it relayed to Wi-Fi, and there you go. And the interesting thing about this is it gives you that same privacy, all in such a tiny, tiny package. Being able to connect to a decentralized VPN, being able to block ads on YouTube, which I already think is insane. Not having to pay for YouTube Premium to be able to block ads. That's also another reason why I personally purchased this device. And when it comes on in, I'll do an update. We'll do an unboxing. And here at Wise Beyond Bitcoin, you guys will get to see my first reaction to the Pico. Definitely interested in this one. And with the Pico, you could still use it in a virtual wire mode where it's in between a modem and a router. You just plug it in the power. You can use it in router mode, which you plug it into your router moto combo, and you just have like a second Wi-Fi that you would connect to. Or you can use it in wireless relay mode, which I think is going to be the most popular mode personally. I think a lot of people who travel, a lot of people who want privacy, but want privacy, but want convenience, they're probably going to use the wireless relay mode. It's just a lot easier for most people's use cases. And I think Deeper Network did a really good job in realizing that, because I feel like with these networking devices, sometimes it can be a niche, and privacy can be a little bit of a niche sometimes. So when you make it more readily accessible to people, that's a big step in the right direction. And making it affordable for people is too. A device that's only what, $129 for the device, or $150 if you want the Wi-Fi adapter combo. Cool. That's actually really awesome. And something else that I think is really awesome is a little bit about how much you can make mining their tokens. Personally, I don't think that it's a big deal that you have to lock up a bit of collateral to start mining right away. But understand, if you buy this device thinking that you're going to start mining tokens right away, that is not the case. There's actually a lockup period. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pick up and purchase some Deeper Network tokens. And so when you do that, you're going to go ahead and do that off of any of the different exchanges. If you want to check them out, go down to CoinGecko and you can check out KuCoin, Gate.io, PancakeSwap. Personally, I use KuCoin. But as we go through the basic mining rules, understand that you do have to stake an amount of Deeper Network tokens, the DPR tokens. If you stake 1,000, you'll start being able to earn tokens on the Deeper Network chain. But you won't start mining until your credit score reaches 100. So it takes a minimum of 1,000 tokens to be able to start using the device as a miner. Right now, that's 127 US dollars, which I personally don't think is a massive deal for most people, adding on to the price of a device that is $250 for it to start earning money back for you. Whereas a traditional VPN would just drain your money over time. And when you look at some of these credit tiers and you see how much they're making per day, these are daily earnings. So if we were to just go on the high end of the spectrum and say 164 tokens right now, that's $20 a day. That's really good. But understand that you have to put down tokens as collateral. So the tokens that you'd be putting down is 100,000 tokens. It's a hefty chunk of change to put down. But understand that you're earning that over time, and you're only locking up your tokens for a period of time. So think of it almost like staking 100,000 Deeper Network tokens to be able to guarantee yourself on top of that 164 tokens a day. So if this is something that you believe in is privacy and privacy preserving protocols, I would highly recommend checking out some of the features as far as the basic mining rewards go. Do some math on how much that you can afford to put down and whether or not it makes sense for you. And if not, have the device and use it how I use it. Use it to block YouTube ads. Use it to preserve privacy across your network. Use it to protect yourself from trackers from, let's say, Google or Roku. It's really interesting when you actually involve yourself with the interface and you see just how often your location is being pinged without your knowledge or consent. And that's something that I've taken a little bit of time doing. It's just looking through some of their networking, and it's amazing the amount of features that they have just in this tiny little device. I highly recommend you come check it out. And until next time, you guys have a nice one. Namaste.